All right. Hello. Welcome into the Bullshit Pretend Friends Fantasy Basketball Podcast. I am Gordo. I'm with Bergs. We're your hosts. Brought to
Whoa!
you by.
Keep going.
You stop that. You let me finish. Brought to you by our kind sponsors at Lark Whiskey.
Great sponsors.
They are great sponsors. They let me do whatever the fuck I want. I'm pretty much doing fantasy basketball half the time, getting paid for it at work.
Right.
How are you? How are you, Ben?
Yeah, just getting ready for the Sunday depression and the Sunday podcast depression.
Getting ready for it, haven't you? Haven't we been in that zone?
Yeah, I was in it for like the last couple of hours, to be honest.
I mean,
I was correct in the group chat. I was saying fuck fantasy every fucking 3 minutes.
Yeah, pretty shit day all round. Like, I woke up early at 6 o'clock to watch the Socceroos lose.
Yep, so did I, mate. Yep.
And then I watched a couple of games of basketball where I got completely fucked over. And then I'm watching Australia struggle to
beat the Windies.
To bowl out the West Indies.
Is it still
the worst side in Test cricket.
Is it still 7 for?
It was when I came in here, so I guess so.
We got that.
Yeah, it is.
So we should win. We should get the last streak.
Yeah. Well, we should have had it by now. But
no, look. Let's talk about the Socceroos quickly. I know it's a basketball podcast, but what the fuck, Matt Ryan? God, he's gonna regret that for a while.
Death taxes and a Matt Ryan choking in a big sporting moment.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you expect.
Oh, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. That's one of the worst I've seen, man. That's one of the worst howlers I've ever seen. Yeah.
But his name is Matt Ryan, so it was guaranteed to happen.
I've watched a lot of World Cups since 2006, mate, and it's one of the worst I've seen. But doesn't matter. It's only soccer at the end.
Yeah, would have been nice to get excited about something else for
a
change.
At least so nothing went right today.
Really? No, nothing. Absolutely nothing went right.
The tank off, that was shit. Sitting there with the Banner Club on a Sunday and watching them dickheads talking about fucking enjoying losing.
Ugh.
And then having to listen to their shit because we're all 3 and 4 and I'm trying. Yeah, it was fun.
That's genuinely upsetting.
Yeah. That's the most depressing part. I don't care about losing because Crouch had a fucking phenomenal week, but having to listen to those two idiots for the last 3 hours saying that we're all going to be 3 and 4. Yeah, I know. Watching fucking Anthony Simon score 43 points for no reason whatsoever didn't affect nothing.
I think Portland got the win, didn't they? That was it affected that.
But it was like Shaky was happy, but I'm like, you don't have him anymore, mate. So who cares? It didn't even matter in your matchup. It was the most pointless celebration I've ever seen in my life.
It would have been nice for him to beat Richard, I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't want to win, so he's finally getting smart.
You can't keep saying that. You need to want to win, Shaky.
Yeah, he does. He does want to win. He plays his best team. He's done everything legally. Well, everything mostly of the time.
Has he?
With a bit of encouragement last week, everything legally.
Yeah. I mean,
learned his lesson, I hope.
Well, I forgot.
Well, literally, let's be honest, right? We can talk about this straight away. So the two main tankers have pretty much had a fire sale this week, haven't they? They've literally just fucking shredded all their good players and stacked up a lot of teams. So started the week off with the two tankers actually trading with each other. For Collins, and Anthony Simons for OG. There was a pick in that, I think, was it?
Yeah, I think there was. Interesting trade there.
Yeah, it was a 5th round, I think. 4th round as well. No, there wasn't. That's your trade. No, there was no picks. It was just the players. I can't see you picking that.
Yeah, no. No, there was
he traded your 4th. Sorry, he traded your 4th.
Yeah, there was a 4th for a 7th in there.
Yeah, he traded your 4th. I got mixed up because that's all good. So that started the ball rolling, and then I was like, oh, fuck, I've got to get involved in this before I miss out, on the sale. So I went and poached Jeremy Grant for O'Neill in a second. Obviously, you gave me a bit of shit about that, mate, but I had to do something. All right. Got to get someone. Grant will be okay.
No, I just gave you shit for trading Pascal Siakam for basically for not being a good free throw shooter, and then going and actively trading for a guy who is shooting about the same percentage from the free throw line this year.
I'm just going to Grant and Clay will kind of be that rotation in and out of my forward position. That's my thinking, depending on what I need.
Sure.
So it's just getting depth, but then
so the actual funny part about that trade is that Buddha got less for Jeremy Grant than Baker got for Zubac.
Yes, well, I was going to move on to that, and I was going to bag Baker. Not bag Baker, sorry. I was going to bag Serge. So the next trade obviously happened. Zubac and Herter for Trey Murphy, Jalen Williams, and Serge's first. That's, I was trying to get Zubac, but there's no competing with that shit. The fuck is Serge doing?
So
I literally offered a third for Zubac, I reckon.
I think I've made about a similar level offer. How many picks? How many first round picks does Baker have now? Is it 6?
You can actually check on his team, can't you? Let me have a quick look.
You can, yeah. So we have to wait for Matt to update this. You can just go into his team and have a look.
Yeah. Let's have a look. He has his own first, my first, Salvati's first, Buddha's first, and then Bahrain's second, Crouch's second, and a fourth of Aaron's by the looks of it.
Oh, he's still in the fourth, right?
Yeah. So, he'll obviously have to one of his seconds or fourth. I'll probably have to finish off as the 7th later in the year, but that's all right. He'll work that out. So, yeah, he's still got four firsts. That's what he had when he started the season. So, he hasn't really improved.
Okay.
But he's got LaMelo, I guess. So,
LaMelo's a big improvement.
The funny thing about that is he did send a message to Buddha saying, if Cade's out for the rest of the year and LaMelo's back, I can beat you in the Beast Bowl. So there was a little bit of a laugh there, mate, at Baker's expense. But look, he did well in his trade, so we won't bag him too much. He literally fucked Serge. He fucked Serge's sister through Serge. That's how good the trade was for him.
That just sounds cruel to Serge's sister.
Yeah, but fuck Serge. You gave up a first for fucking Zubac, man. And her.
Yeah.
Probably worth 2/3, really. At best.
I mean, like
Herder's had a good start.
Herder's not going to probably continue that, but you can only trade for who's available.
Well, that's right. Correct. But still, I still think you paid extreme overs. I think we all understand that first picks are going to be worth a lot more than what they usually are next year, even the late ones. But
they're pretty much all gone now. I believe is Aaron and Crouch.
Crouch, yeah, only 2 left. Yep, the people that are contending or pretending to contend or whatever you want to call it. Trying to contend. There's only 2 left to have their first year. And Baker has 3 of them. Baker actually has good first round picks. He has a couple of fringe first picks which could either go either way, which is mine and Serge's. So he could have an interesting time trying to get Wimbledon Lama, I reckon. He's either going to have he's either going to have 2 shots at it or 4. It'd be pretty crazy. It'd be pretty crazy if he gets 4 of the bottom. If he gets 4 of the 6 and still doesn't get him.
He's got at least 2 with his own and Buddha's.
Yeah, and then he could have mine and Serge's, mate. The season's pretty even, so could end up anywhere. But look, hey, we think, that's a pretty good week for trades. But no, we still got more. Fucking Dennis direct that, mate. We don't stop here. So then I've been trying to get Stewart off Shaky for a while just as a backup center because I've only got Sabonis and Vooch really. So I grabbed him for a 4th and a 6th back and gave him fucking Monty Morris, whatever. It means nothing. So yeah, just get some more fucking depth in my center position, which is you need. Yeah, I need anyway. So it wasn't a bad one. He tried to get a 3rd off me. I was like, mate, take the 4th or take nothing. So he ended up taking it. And then, obviously, then this trade happened. So what was that? That was Sunday, December. It's only been processed now. But I reckon this trade was done about 2 hours after the first Collins trade. which is John Collins and Brunson and a second for Kevin Porter and a seventh. So I think Porter owned John Collins for like half a day. And then it's all it took for him to get injured and be out for 2 weeks. So Porter's passed on that curse to Crouch again. Just not as bad this time. Pretty bad ankle. Should be out for a couple of weeks though. But yeah, so a lot of trades this week, mate. A lot of action. Imagine if there was midweek trades allowed. It would have made the matchups even better, I reckon.
Would have made for very interesting matchups if midweek trades were allowed.
It's gonna pass. We'll get a pass next year, but it's one of those pointless ones. Like, why have you got Danny Locks and can't have midweek trades? It's pretty.
I'm a big advocate for processing trades instantly. But I wouldn't say it's just going to pass. There's definitely a few people who are going to be against it.
I think it will pass. Mate. With a bit of yelling and what we usually do, and we'll get to a logical reason at the end. But it should be there. Like, we got daily locks. You can pick up players during the fucking day. Surely, like, I'm happy for a 24-hour for a trade, and if it's not vetoed by then, that's it. It goes through. You know, that's long enough for people to look at a fucking trade. And if they haven't looked at it, then that's their problem, to be honest. Because you should be looking at your phone at least once a day, the way I see it. Especially with daily locks. Like, it should be expected. Unless you're Aaron and been in the fucking jungle. Like, that's probably the only exception.
Is he back yet? I guess he has to be. He's made a trade.
Yeah, he has to be. Yeah, he has to be. He's
just been exactly as active. He's been exactly as active and vocal as he was when he was away.
Yeah, which is like nothing still, but more than what he was, you know? So, look,
the exact same.
Massive week of trades. Played some teams with a lot of depth. Some teams have missed out, like yourself. Still time, though.
Still plenty of time. It's a long season.
But
not even at Christmas yet.
The three main tankers don't have much left, mate. So you're gonna have to look for some, I don't know, sideways options more than anything else, rather than trading for picks. So
I didn't have a lot left anyway. So sideways is probably the way to go.
I got a third round pick. That's it. So.
Yeah,
I think most teams are going to be, most of the guys contending are going to be like that now because it's kind of forced our hand with so many strong teams. Everyone's had to kind of go all in this year.
Yeah, Aaron and Crouch having their own firsts, but what are they going to sell them for? They'll probably just end up holding at this point.
Yeah, well, Aaron usually does that. He doesn't usually trade his firsts very often. So, you know.
No, now he's just gotten
another one.
Bulked up his team. He's got two, doesn't he? Yeah, bulked up his team. So I don't know.
Yeah, he bulked up his team and got a first. So, you know, but if you're trading LaMelo, I suppose you've got to get something like that.
Yeah, I guess. Anything controversial happened this week? I feel like there's normally some yelling in the group chat. Some proverbial yelling going on.
There's a couple of little things. There was obviously the Strobel trying to get Hero on the ground.
Yeah.
No proof of any transactional moves. So that little what we're going to call that little nasty critter popped his head up again of getting players back on. And you know me, mate. I said over the last couple of weeks I want it to be fucking scrapped. Had a match, try and explain to people that I've literally admitted that Paul George shouldn't have been put on for me. But if it's legal, why the fuck not do it? So I don't know. I think that's something that obviously Brain's changed the times now finally. So
has he? Yeah, it took him 7 weeks.
Yeah, I think he's finally changed it. So, common sense. So that might stop it a little bit, but I don't see after 7 weeks now. I don't see any issues with Fantrax that aren't human errors. I really haven't seen any. Mine was I've admitted it.
Well, as Marcus says, it's about integrity. So, is there? We no longer have an integrity officer.
He used fairness first, and there's no fucking fairness in this league. Get over it.
There's no fairness in life, mate.
No, that's right. So integrity. We've been in this league too long to know there's no fucking integrity either. So stop using those fucking words. That's why we don't have integrity. That's why, the integrity officer quit his post. There's no integrity in this league. So fuck you, Strobes. You fucked up. Stop fucking up, mate. Simple. You've had it, so I should get it. No, mate. Sorry.
Did he forget to put him on, or did he just not want to play him? Because he's
got
all those guards.
Glitched. He said like he was going to put Russell on or some shit. He's working night shift. So, look, he probably just fell asleep and didn't hit save, mate. Let's be fucking honest.
So he's a bit too simple as a cop to put the auto-save feature on and just use that?
You're smart enough to be a Fed, but you can't put your own team, set your own team right. So, take it as you want to take it, Take it as a grain of salt, really.
I don't know if the bar is that high for our federal police.
Well, it didn't take him a while to get in, so surely there's a bar he has to get over at some point. Surely it's just below fucking minimum.
Yes, have you seen him? He can just step over the bar.
Yeah, not fair. But fuck him anyway. Players should be getting put on, mate. Set your team. It's not hard now. There's time restrictions been changed. You got 10 minutes more now to set your team. If you're fucking leaving it to 15 minutes before, don't know why you're doing that anyway. Because you're just opening yourself up for fucking glitches and shit.
Well, I guess, yeah, you get those late game time decisions where it's like, so and so is out, so I want to play this other guy instead. I wouldn't
plenty
play.
of them.
And I suppose I wouldn't have a problem personally with like that 10-minute leeway if it's like, it's 10:31 and I missed that cutoff. But I want to play this guy. I wouldn't have a problem with putting people on then before the actual game has started.
Well, is that what it is now? So say, for instance, the game's timed at 11 o'clock and the game starts at 11:10. The cutoff's 11 o'clock, right? Is that what we've done?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. So there's basically 10-minute dead zone.
Yeah.
But
why they're warming up, or why their names getting called out pretty much at the fucking court, I guess. That's what that 10 minutes is.
Weird as fuck NBA scheduling where they just are not honest about their tip-off time.
Yeah, so it's fucking random. It's fucking random. Well, look, there's only one more thing I've got to talk about, and I forgot to talk about it last week because there was just so much fucking shit going on, left, right, and centre getting thrown at me. I felt like a fucking prostitute on a Friday night, that many fucking dicks coming at me with the drama. But I managed to miss one, right? Now, we all know that Richo, he loves a shit offer, right? He's offered me in the past Mong and Poku in a second and a third for LeBron Westbrook and a third and a fourth, which I believe to be the worst offer in the history of the league. He sent one that rivals it. It's come across my desk by anonymous tip. Okay, I'm not going to mention any names. This was anonymously brought to my attention. There was a trade offer not this week but last week that I think probably isn't as bad as that Poku one, but it's fucking terrible. Look, if you're going to, I'll ask you the question, right? Obviously, we spoke about this before, so you kind of already know. But if you're going to offer Serge for Ja Morant and Pascal Siakam, and you have Richo's team, who would you think you would have to give up to get those players? You think Zion, right?
Definitely Zion.
Bam?
Yeah, Zion and Bam probably is.
They're probably those two best players, right? Like, let's be honest about it.
Yeah, probably plus extra.
Yeah, they'd have to be extra, like you'd probably try and, if he was smart, offload Simmons. Just throw him in the steak knives, But the offer was, and this might fucking blow your socks off. It was DeAndre Ayton and everyone's favorite group chat name, Vassell. I don't even know what his first name is. What is Vassell's first name?
Devin.
There we go. So that was the offer. Now, if you take out Siakam and just have Ja for those two players, Serge wouldn't do that. Right? This is how bad I think this trade is. That you could he wouldn't even do that for Ja or Siakam on their own, let alone together. Right? So this is why I believe it's one of the most heinous offers I've ever seen. Yeah? I've ever seen. And look, I'll get a shot for this, but we're obviously in another league, bro, and we see some heinous offers in that league given to us, and that's up there with all of them. That's how bad I look at it. I'll
It's
take
up
the
there
shot.
with the Mistress League. No,
I'll take the shot, mate. It's worth it. It's actually worth it. The worth shot. But Richo, that fucking is shocking, bro. And I think you knew it was coming this week because I said it in the group chat. But that, my friend, and you can't defend that offer. That is literal wasting someone's time and wasting your own time. You are wasting precious blood cells sending a fucking trade like that. Right? Teach the kids, mate. Don't send trades like that. Jesus. What are your thoughts on that one, Gordon? I know you're laughing.
If I can compose myself, that's pretty funny.
Is it as bad as I'm saying it is?
Yeah, I don't know if it's as bad as what was the other one you said? Poku and Mitch Robinson for LeBron.
Yeah. I still think that's the worst. That's literally the worst.
But
this is up there. It at least gets spoken about in the same breath. That's how bad it is.
I'm biased. I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm still calling DeAndre Ayton a bust, which absolutely a bust. So no interest in
Yeah. Look, as an ex-Ayton owner, I know what he's like. Very inconsistent.
He's currently having the best week of his life.
Yeah, he had a very good week this week. He really did. But if Richo, come on, mate. If you're trying to get Ja and Siakam and not prepared to put Zion's name in it, because Zion does suit Serge's team now with the way Serge is set up. By the way, Zion 22 or 26 free throws this week. What the fuck's going on there? We'll talk about that in a minute when we talk about the matchups. But, what the fuck, mate? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I think he was just trying to see if Serge was fucking stupid. He's a pretty face, so you probably think his fucking IQ's low. But, he just said to me, that was the biggest waste of my time I've ever had in my life. And he's an engineer, bro. He wastes people's times for a living. So coming from a fucking engineer.
He's used to wasting other people's time, not his own. Yeah. He thinks his time's valuable, but
that's right.
I don't know. But I guess it'd be fair to Richo. Then if he knows that Serge is an engineer, then his time is not valuable and you can waste it.
Well, fair. But look, hey, when you listen to this, boys, say something in the group chat. What do you go? Do you believe that's up there as one of the worst offers you've ever seen? Or are the boys club going to back in Richo and stick up for him? Or, we all know what the Banter Club thinks because we are very close to it at the moment, the Banter Club. So we all fucking think it's the funniest thing we've ever seen.
I can assure you that there is no boys club sticking up for that trade offer.
Well, we don't know these days. You guys will stick up for a lot of things for each other, all right, mate? Yeah, so. But look, I wanted to get that off. It would have been way better last week, but we had so much shit going on that I think it's worth a mention today because it wasn't really that much going on this week, to be honest.
Yeah,
even the Strober one doesn't really need mentioning, but we had nothing else to talk about.
It was a quiet week. It was an uneventful week.
Yeah,
I'm not used to that. We had to to just start some drama in the chat for no reason.
Yeah. I was trying all week. If you noticed.
Yeah.
It's about the podcast, mate. Podcast first. Entertainment always first. Trying to be logical is boring.
Simo was a bit of a coward.
He's always a coward. What do you mean? It's James the coward simmering. What are you about, mate?
Yeah, he could have put Marcus put Hero on. We could have seen that.
Yeah,
that would have been funny.
Simmer only allows his players on, no one else's.
He didn't want it that time, so he never wants it. I guess is what he's saying.
Whatever, mate. He can talk as much shit as he wants in the group chat, mate. But we all know
he's still lost.
Yeah. So it doesn't really. The Hero one doesn't really matter, but it's just like I said, not much to talk about.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
get into the matchups.
Through the results of the week. A lot of close matches this week, I reckon.
Yeah, we only had two that weren't decided 4-5, and one of those was 4. Yeah, it was 4.
Close. It was drawn threes.
So 3-5-1.
Yeah.
And then we had Simo just smash Marcus off the park. So going through our tips. You versus Crouch, obviously. You tipped yourself, and Crouch had a big week there with AD, who's launched himself into the number 1 fantasy player in the season.
Embiid, fucking Porzingis. Fuck me, man.
You haven't got the step yet.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, bro. Like, where's the whole week? Hang on, let me click on this whole week. 'Cause I've got a... Okay, now my computer's been shit. I don't know why it's not doing this for the whole week. The whole week's players ain't coming up. It's awesome. You're fucking stupid. But he had a massive week. So I think Porzingis had a 40-point game. Yeah, Steph. Yeah, he had a massive week. I knew I was going to be tough to beat him. I finally got it. Got it. So he had Steph for 4 games.
106 points.
Yeah, 106 points with 21 3. That's 5 3s. That's his average. So I don't think he had a massive week. I think that's pretty much his average, to be honest. Expected from him. Edwards had 4 games with 14 steals in those 4 games, 11 in 2 days. 110 points for him as well. And only 7 threes. So, that's a fair week for the Edwards, let's be honest. They had 8 for 3 with 96 points and 10 blocks. Shooting at 61% for the week. The Lakers are in a bit of a run at the moment, thanks to him. Porzingis with 4 games, 110 points with, that's a pretty big week. He averaged like 28 and 10 or something for the week. And then Embiid had 3 games for 84 points. But yeah, so a lot of his good players had 4 games. I knew it was going to be tough. I was happy to push him without Paul George, obviously, again for the whole week. So I'm pissed I lost, but I'm not angry about it because I think Crouch is one of the best teams when not injured. So to push him point one of a field goal, when I've really got no bigs, and he had all them guys like fucking dominating. I'm not too disheartened. My only 4. France had 5 games this week. The fuck? The Magic had 5, and only scored 86 points. So that's kind of the difference. That obviously had a blowout.
85, 14, 11, 4 steals and a block. Yeah. That is a light week.
He didn't have a really good week.
5 games.
I had Bill and Donovan Mitchell with 4, so they had pretty good weeks, to be honest. Donovan Mitchell had a pretty good week. So did Bill, actually. He was pretty consistent. But, apart from that, I had injuries again on the final day. Obviously, Clay doesn't play back-to-back, so he didn't play today when I needed to win 3s. Drew, I needed to win steals, didn't play. Paul George was only questionable, so I didn't think he was going to play anyway. So I ended up having to stream Carter and Noel, who didn't get me any steals. That's the whole fucking reason I played him. Carter had a reasonable game. I wasn't too angry about him, but I can't be angry at the streamers.
Am I saying this right? That you sat Nikola Vucevic for a 23-11 with 3 steals game?
Yeah, yesterday. So yesterday I was behind in steals and 3s, and I messaged Buddha and I said, "Look, do I sit Vooch if I want to win 3s and steals?" And he said yes. Like he's 0.5 steals for the year, mate, and 1 3 a game. So and then he ends up getting 3 steals and 2 3s and had a really good game. So I'm glad it didn't cost me the eggs. I lost by 7 steals, but it might,
Just to clarify, you are tanking then, sitting Vooch like that. Big tanking move. Big tanking move.
So if you need to win steals, you're playing a guy that averaged 0.5 steals, are you, mate?
Well, he got 3, so you should have just seen the future and just known that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Nostradamus, apparently. But if I played him, he would have shot 2 of 15 and got no steals and didn't shoot a 3. So that's how it works when I'm trying, mate. It's just pretty much how it is, I've lost this year. I've lost 2 of my games. Malik Beasley getting 15 threes in 2 games, and Anthony Edwards getting 11 steals in 2 games. That's what I've lost to, mate. That's outright fucking bullshit right there. So great matchup though. Great look. Crouch and I went at it all week. It was a fucking great matchup. But yeah, his better players were just better. So it's just how it is. I think I was 4th in points. I lost that. Assists I was 3rd, only won by 6. I can't remember what else it was. I was top 5 or 6 in most categories this week, apart from a field goal, and I lost. So I'm not too angry about it. My team couldn't have done much more. Just needed the guy with the broken fingernail to play,
Which one's that? Paul George?
Yeah, the 2 best mates, mate. You know what we're talking about. We've got 1 of each. Yes, Paul George. Yes.
I don't want to talk about Kawhi Leonard.
But yeah, we can stop talking about my matchup now. But I just want to go
Yeah,
through it in depth. It was a fucking great matchup. Like one of the best matchups I've had. Like I've had 7 Sundays now where of every one of my matchups apart from 2 has been like I've lost to 5 categories. So and it's come down to the last couple of games. It's fucking insane. I still had a chance to win. But Jordan Clarkson had to hit 5 shots without missing any. He went like 4 of 8 or something, or 4 of 9.
yeah.
So I was never. But relying on Jordan Clarkson for field goals, like relying on me to run a marathon, it's not going to happen. Anyway,
yeah, that's a shame. Jordan
3 and
Clarkson got
4.
over the line against me, but
Yes.
Next matchup, me versus Serge. Serge gets over the line off the back of 4 Luka Doncic blocks on the week. He had 9 for the season.
Luka
before this
Miles
week.
Turner Doncic, was it this week?
Yeah, so he had 9 for the season coming into the week. He had 3 total in his last 10 games before today, and then he knocked out 3 today. Serge wins by 4 blocks.
It's a fucking joke. Doncic is a fucking joke. Against me, shoots like 87% free throw. This week, shoots 55%. And but gets the blocks to beat you. Like, fuck off, Doncic.
Yeah, the free throw wouldn't have mattered. I pretty comfortably had Serge covered in that.
19 of 34. That's horrible.
Yeah. That's what we expect from Luka for the most part.
Ja was 21 of 30, so his free throw's back to where it's meant to fucking be, mate.
Yeah.
Like, he is a punt free throw team. Well, that's what we think. Anyway, not really a punt. Well, yeah, basically a punt, but not as bad as Bahrain. But
if it makes you feel better, Pascal went 23 of 27 this week.
Yeah, no, I saw that, mate. I would have tried bagging me about Pascal his first game back. I think he scored 16 points in the first half. I said, wait for his second half, mate. He'll do fucking nothing. And he scored 2 points in the second half. So, right. I know Siakam is. I think I traded him at the right time. I really did.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I like that
Still love
trade in the long run. I don't know if it's
still loves Siakam.
He's all right. Good nickname.
Yes.
Fucking.
He actually got 3 steals today as well. Piece of shit.
Yeah, that was frustrating to watch early on. Hey, we're there on the wicket. Travis Head gets a wicket. Yeah.
Travis Head. Fucking hell, we're desperate.
That's his second wicket.
Gets out of 99 though. Takes a wicket.
Don't berate him. He's great. We love Heady.
Yeah, so you lost to some Doncic bullshit. Anything else happened that was bad for you this week?
Oh, heaps. Shea missed a game.
Yes.
1 game or 2 games? I can't remember.
He only played 2. So.
Yeah.
Only got 1 block too, which is rare for him.
Yeah, that's his. There you go. Yeah. So.
Van Vliet had a shit week. Like, let's not even joke about it.
Yeah, Van Vliet had a fucking awful week. And
he played Alec Burks. Fucking hell.
Oh yeah. He
AJ Griffin was alright. Oh, he's a good kid though.
Well, everyone was out, so I plugged him in, and he had a pretty good game. 3 steals and 24 points. Decent. Yeah. Well, he should have been a lottery pick. I thought. He should have been a top 10 pick, but he slipped to Atlanta.
I watched some of his highlights. He actually looks alright.
Yeah, definitely better than DeAndre Hunter already. So
who?
Atlanta should than DeAndre Hunter.
Oh yeah. Fuck Hunter.
Atlanta should just start him permanently.
Yeah, fuck Hunter, mate.
It's actually funny though because Middleton came back and I was going to play him.
Oh, you're worried about his minutes limit and shit, right? You're not playing 26 minutes.
Well, they said it was an undisclosed minutes limit, so I'm like, fuck, that could be 17.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna play him.
Nah,
like,
you don't risk that shit.
He ended up having an okay game, and the fact that I sat him didn't make a difference in the end because he didn't get me.
He got 17, 6 and 7 or some shit, didn't he? 26 and 7 or something like that.
17, 2 and 7. No defensive stats, but he shot 55, 54.5%.
Good first
good first comeback. 3 threes, but me seeing him didn't make a difference. But that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
I'm glad he's back.
171 assists, fucking hell, bro. A lot of assists.
It's still about 15 away from getting into the record.
Yeah, it's good though. You're number 1 by a fair distance. this week with assists.
Oh, so I should be.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. When you got Shea, Garland, Van Vliet, you should be. Yep, I agree.
You go
And
get
Payne.
shit.
And Payne. You got some
Yeah.
nice assist guys there. And Yogi,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, so that's obviously the category I'm trying to win every week is assists.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, fuck the league. We're going to talk as long as we want about our matchups because we lost. The rest we're going to skim through because we don't give a fuck about yours.
Yeah. So
we wanted the league to feel our pain.
yeah, you can just listen to us just like lament. Really quickly, Matt versus Aaron. Matt lost rebounds. He's sad about that, but he's still got the win. We both tipped Matt.
Yeah. Massive field goal battle that was, though. That one. I'll give that one that much.
Fucking ridiculous.
That was huge, man.
Matt lost rebounds by 7 and one field goal by fucking 0.12.
708 points
with 55%.
54% is ridiculous from Aaron.
Yeah, that's with 75 threes.
Yeah. Like, I think I had 90, I think it was last week. And I shot 50%. I thought that was good.
That's off the back of Devin Booker shooting 66% for the week.
And Tatum as well. They had he had massive weeks. Marketing keeps going on and on and on.
Tatum shot under 50 for the week, but it was...
Oh, he did too, yeah, 49. Fun.
But yeah, it was Booker shooting 66. Malcolm Brogdon shot 60% for the week on 65 points.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown, 54. Nah, fuck Jaylen Brown.
Anyway, look, I think that's enough about that matchup. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Gobert quickly? Or do you want to worry about
it? He's fucking shit.
What did he get ejected for?
Trying to tripping up Kenrich Williams and then like pushing him in the face with an open palm. Kind of like a South Park like retard fight scene.
Oh yeah.
Just like is it like a push away? Lip wristed push away, like
So he's joined the Timberwolves, he's turned into a fuckwit. Is this basically what's happening?
No, he was always a fuckwit.
He's already a fuckwit? Yeah, so he suits them then. So he suits going in. Yeah. Because Cat's a fuckwit. Looks like Anthony Edwards is a bit of a fuckwit. He's a fuckwit to me. He's a fuckwit to me. He got 11 steals, mate. He's a fuckwit. This week he's a fuckwit. Next week he's okay.
Anthony Edwards has an Instagram account for his dog named Anthony Edwards Jr. I will not hear
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. But still, Shaky, fuck you for dropping him. Cunt.
It's so fucking funny. Simo smashed Marcus. He could have let Marcus put Hero on, give us some controversial content to talk about, and it wouldn't make a difference. But he is a coward.
Actual coward.
And
Brook Lopez got 7 blocks today, by the way.
It was 6. It was 6 in the end.
Oh,
they took one away. Yeah, he got one taken off.
I saw it. At 7.
Yeah, well, it was 7. Got one taken off. Just back onto that. Onto blocks on my matchup. I had my lowest block total for the year, including the first shortened week.
Damn.
That's why I lost. So fucking.
Yeah, well, suck a dick.
Yep. Serge gets lucky. In the regular season.
It's regular season Serge, mate. He makes things happen. When the fucking playoffs comes, he turns into Baker.
Buddha ekes out a win, like
actually quickly if we go to that matchup
when he tries to wank.
We go to that matchup. Malik Beasley against me got fucking 15 threes in 2 games. This week he shot 7 of 24 in 2 games for 5 threes and 5 threes? Yeah, 5 threes for 19 points. Fuck that cunt as well, by the way. I just saw that, so I just want to bring it up quickly. Just what about
that was the 2 games that Simo played them. But that's what's going to happen with those streaky shooting guards. Like, they're going to be shit most of the time.
Don't care. It just happens against me because I'm trying. This is the luck I'm telling you about, mate. That was if I wasn't trying, it wouldn't have cared. All right? It's just normal behavior. All right? Because I'm trying, everything's against me. Sorry. Now we can go to the tank off. We can move on to the tank off.
Baker out tanks Buddha. We both tipped Buddha. And Shaky out tanks Richo in the other tank off.
Yeah.
and we both tipped Richo.
By the way, Shaky before today was shooting 39% field goal and 69% free throw. He finished on 41 and 72, but holy shit! So I was going through his free throws, mate, and that was with Trey Young shooting 22 or 23, and he still shot 71%.
He only has taken 91 for the week. Like, he has a higher volume free throw team with like his players.
So 37 from 40 from Simmons and Trey, right? Or Simons? What is it? Simons, or whatever. Anthony
Simons.
And then
Simmons.
the rest of his team only made 29 of 51.
Fucking hell. Hey, look, I know that you're not going to say a word on this because he's your banter club boy. But,
no.
But fielding TJ Warren in his first game back in 2 years.
Did he field him?
He fielded him. He played less than 17 minutes. And he's fielded him. And we're supposed to accept that as him playing his best lineup. As not playing your best lineup.
No one brings it up.
I'm bringing it up now. As not playing your best lineup.
You need to pass that on to the newly self-appointed integrity officer, mate, Greg, and let him deal with that one.
No. Richo has the least integrity. But yeah, so
that's why it's funny.
Playing TJ Warren was an interesting move. We both tipped everything
the same.
Because we both apart from our own. Yeah, so we both lost, and so we both went 5 out of 6. So I'm on 25 and you're on 21. Rolling.
Awesome.
Rolling
By the way,
ties.
Keldon Johnson, 12 of 45 this week in 2 games.
Pardon? That's his field goal?
That's his field goal, yep.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Wow, it was 55% from the line as well.
Yeah, 5 from 9, yeah. No defensive stats. Great keeper there. Shaky. Keep playing him though, mate, if you're tanking. Let's be honest.
I guess he's
a nice legal tanky move right there. Keep playing Keldon Johnson.
Playing Keldon Johnson's fine. Rolling out TJ Warren for his first game in literally 2 entire calendar years, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well,
I do know how I feel.
His defense, this is the only defense I'll have, is per 36 ain't too bad.
What per 36? It's his first game in 2 years.
Yeah, it's the per 36, mate.
We don't get points for per 36.
He basically scored 24 points for a per 36, mate. It's great.
Okay, Richo, we don't get. You don't get fancy points. For, fancy. There's no per 36 category.
Let's be reasonable and logical about it. As boring as that is, I didn't even notice that. Like, I haven't even looked. Playing him on his first game is pretty fucking bad.
He didn't start, so it's not like he's got that excuse. He's played less than 17 minutes.
Playing for Brooklyn too, it makes it even fucking worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good look. Not a good look.
A tank commander or anything.
He did play 2 games from Jalen Duren though, so you haven't really noticed that.
Well, Jalen Duren, I think that's an okay enough play the first game when I think the Pistons had a lot of injuries.
He played Highland too this week, mate, by the way. He played Bones.
Yeah, did Jamal Murray see the game?
He had I think Jamal Murray did see the game.
Yeah, so we only played him for one game.
Did he see the game? Where is
I don't know. You've got Jamal Murray.
He played 3. How many did Joker play? How many did Joker play for you? 3, right? Yeah,
no. Yeah, pretty sure it's 3.
No,
okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, but Shaky also thinks that Highland's good, and that's not his first game in 2 years.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't think he's good. Trust me on that one.
Well, then you can stop fucking whinging about that trade. They got vetoed. It had nothing to do with Bones Highlands, actually.
So, look, the positive out of the week is the bias stays for another week. Owen is still Owen.
I know that's positive. Look,
his team has somehow gotten worse.
Him beating Buddha would have been the positive. That would have been incredible. Would have been so happy.
The way his team started, I thought it was going to happen.
Unfair, really.
There's only a few blocks at the end.
Yeah.
So look,
next week's matchup. He's got you. It's got you.
Yeah, look, I finally might have a Sunday off this week, hopefully. what I've noticed, and Bud and I talked about this today, is that everyone that plays Baker kind of doesn't have a great week, but still managed to win. Like Brain had his worst week. Bud obviously had a pretty shitty week. But you go back and have a look. Like Baker's matchups are closer to what they should be. So there's something in that, I reckon. But his
Well, if you're
team
gonna have
is
a shit
that
week,
bad. Like we went through it today. Who he plays against me, right? And I'm going to give you a possible. I'm going to go to his team, and I'm going to give you his team for the week that I think he'll play when my computer hurries the fuck up. Because it's fucking bad. Like I honestly believe that this is the worst team in the history of this league, and now my internet's fucking up.
Yeah, so he's going to roll out Killian Hayes, Benedict Mathurin, Shag Milton. He's been playing Jonathan Kuminga and Jeremiah Robertson-Earl.
Yeah, he played him today.
Pretty fucking bad.
He picked him up today, though. He dropped Wiseman. Well, Wiseman's there, boys, if you want to waste some money. He's available now on the waivers. So look,
more Nikola Jovic as well.
His team is. If you lose to that, and I'm planning this week, and I'm happy to go out there on a limb and say, if you lose to that team, I don't know, man. There's got to be some severe punishment, because that would have to be one of the worst fucking teams in the history of this league. And I honestly believe my pleb-off team from last year would have beaten this team. And I literally had one keeper and I streamed the rest.
Yeah.
That's how bad his team is.
He's got one keeper and he's currently injured. So
yeah. Look, I don't mind Benedict, actually, who I think is Rookie of the Year so far. But he doesn't really give you much, to be honest, even though he's playing really well. I don't mind.
Is he playing well? I don't think he's played. He hasn't done much since.
He's a sixth man, mate. So he's at 19 points. He's playing well.
Oh, yeah, he's had some better games more recently. He doesn't do much other than score, though.
No. He scores, he shoots threes, he has good, really good free throw. But that's about it.
Yeah. So
as an NBA player, I love him. I like him. He's cocky, he's arrogant.
Doing that as a rookie is great. Baker has nothing else, though.
Fucking like RJ Barrett, garbage. Sadiq Bey. What a trade. There's no one really like that. Is just fucking disgusting, bro. Like, I see myself naked every day, Gordon, and that team is worse than me in the mirror. That's how fucking disgusting it is.
I didn't need that image in my head, to be honest. I would have been.
His oldest player is Shake Milton at 26.
That's an interesting fact. I did not know that Shake Milton was only 26. Feels like he's older than that.
Bit useless. That is.
So I'll pick you to beat him.
I think that's clear. Should be picking him fucking 8-1.
I've got Matt this week.
I have to go. Obviously, I'll go with Matt.
Fun fact: Matt and I would have tied this week. We would have tied points, and yeah.
Well, good luck, but I'm not tipping you.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Crouch versus Shaky. Shaky's going to tank his way into a loss there, regardless of how good Crouch plays.
Crouch loses all of his players, which I don't think will happen. Be funny to watch.
Buddha's going to tank or try and out-tank Richo, so...
Yeah, look, we've got to tip Richo for that, I think.
Go for a Marvin Williams experience, maybe.
Well, is there any games we're going to go different? Except our own? Well, except yours.
Well, let's see. We've got Aaron versus Marcus, so nope, we're both going to go the same there.
We're both going Aaron. Simo and Serge.
Simo and Serge. So where are you going here?
Simo.
Going Simo.
Yeah, Simo's team's good, man. We'll talk about this today. Simo's team's good now, but he is going to be fucking god awful in a couple of years. Because he's going to have to make a decision soon about trading all them old fellas. Who is he building his team around? That's what we were looking at. Like, he's really good now because his old guys are fucking amazing. Rosie is playing good. You know, Levine's not someone you build a team around, let's be honest. But
as soon as Brook Lopez stops getting 6 blocks a game, he'll
you know, like, you look at his team. His team's built around KD. Right, KD's fucking 34. Kyrie's 30, and fuck knows what he's going to be doing and how long he's going to fucking last in the league. You know, who's his best kid? Levine. How old's Levine now? How old's Levine now?
26, 27, something like
that. Yeah, 27.
PJ Washington is young.
You know, so we'll talk about this today. Like, as good as Ciro is now, I think he's going to struggle for a while. If he doesn't, I think his best bet is to try. Obviously, got to try and win it this year because he's obviously pretty good. But he's going to start thinking about the future before KD's fucking 40 and not doing KD things. Right?
I think he'll pretty much go until he gets to a year where he doesn't think he can win it with KD.
Yeah,
and then get rid of him.
Well, I won't bag him. He's a 2-time champ. I'm not going to bag him about it, but it's just an interesting thing to look at.
Bag him.
Fuck him. He's a coward. So, you know, that's why I brought it up. I honestly believe if he doesn't get the right pieces for KD, no one's going to really trade for Kyrie. Let's be fucking honest, mate. Like, no one's trading for Kyrie. No one in their right mind is, anyway.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
No one's doing that shit, bro. He's still 30, so he's not that old anyway.
You fast forward to the trade deadline when someone just wants him for half a year and isn't giving up a keeper.
Someone who's drunk enough, I guess. We'll get him.
No, someone will do it.
So look, I did bag Simo about picking up Brook Lopez for that many points, but I'll take it back. That one thing I will apologise for, something you don't hear very often.
He's pick up of the year right now.
Yeah, pretty fucking much. Yeah. I did get Jordan Clarkson off the waiver wire though, so I think he's up there as well.
He's up there, but he's definitely not taking that mantle right now.
Yeah, just because of the blocks. 3 blocks a game is fucking ridiculous, bro.
He's leading the league in blocks, isn't he?
Yeah, ridiculous. He's beaten Turner. Yep.
Yeah,
so he's pretty much got 2 of the best shot blockers going around. That's why he's winning.
I believe they're the 2 best.
Are they? There's no one else better? Not AD or anyone like that? No, he had missed too many games, hasn't he? Not Embiid, no. Yeah, fair enough. Fuck you anyway, Simo. But yeah, look, I think it's something to think about. Like, just something we're talking about today with our beautiful Banter Club matchup while we were watching the boys' club start to crumble in the group chat, and we're having our nice Sunday barbecue boys' club cracking and the Banter Club thriving at the moment.
Yes. As you say, the boys' club is falling apart.
Yes, yeah. It's fragile.
Yeah, sure.
Fragile. Banter Club, strong.
I guess you guys unite over food, so.
We had a barbecue.
At least you and Buddha.
Barbecue was nice. Kids played outside in the water. It's great. It's a great day. Great day. They got to watch me lose. So it was fantastic for them, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah.
Shit. and they both told me they're actually going to try properly against me when they play me next. So we'll see.
How nice of them! You wouldn't just win.
I'm so glad they have integrity, you know, and don't want to be tankers, mate. You know, I'm so glad about that. But fucking tank, dickheads.
They just want to lord that over you.
Yeah, pretty fucking. I'll beat them both anyway. Fuck them. 2-0. I won 2-0 against Buddha. I've never done Buddha 2-0 in a season. So.
Yeah, I hope. Good luck to you there. Fuck Buddha.
Well, he's 2-0 in championships, so I've got to have fucking something, mate.
No one cares about Buddha. We can stop talking about him.
But yeah, I think that's about it, right?
I think that's it.
Motherfuckers got to be more bring some more drama.
We waffled this out to an hour somehow.
So look, obviously next week is the test, right? Is that next week? The Adelaide test?
Yeah, next week's the Adelaide test. So I will be.
So the podcast could be late. Could be late.
Could be every chance.
Couple days.
We'll see what happens because I'll be in Adelaide for the test match. I I will be very drunk, probably very sunburnt, coming from Tasmania where there's no sun, to Adelaide where it's meant to be in the 30s.
That's day 4, right? Sunday?
Sunday, yeah, will be day 4. Yeah, it starts on Thursday.
So
it should be over by then.
Could be a couple of days late because you're not back till Monday, right? Down in fucking international waters.
Yeah, flying back Monday night.
Yeah. So it could be a Tuesday thing. Wednesday even. So yeah, it's gonna be delayed. Shit happens.
Yeah,
Don't want to hear you whinging, Baker. Just about the only one that cares, probably.
We'll see what happens.
We'll play it by ear, mate. We'll like, you know, it is what it is, guys. It might be late, might not.
Yeah, fucking deal with it.
Yeah, I know you love us so much, so.
Yeah, but we'll make sure it's a nice long one for you. I'll be.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it at the cricket. I'll just be drunk.
Do you know what the best thing is about this podcast, Gordon? And I want to say this now in front of all of our fucking listeners, is that how much they hate that we get along. It's actually better than thinking they hate us. It's
we
more
need
satisfying.
we need a fight or fuck segment, don't we?
Yeah, we definitely do. We need to go a bit old school, you know, a bit OG. Bit OG, having a fight or fuck. It's been a while.
Just something to strongly disagree about, and just.
I know they hate it. I know it itches at them that we get along. So fuck you all. All right.
It eats up Richo. It just eats him up inside.
Yeah,
I know that
it has to, man. I know it does to the other boys too, the Banner Club boys. They don't like me and you get along, mate.
Yeah, that's insecure about you being friends with someone else, I guess.
Yeah, mate. You know, can't be friends with people. Can't be reasonable and logical either, apparently. So.
No, there's no logic in this friendship group. This bullshit pretend.
I was a bit bored this week, being very logical and reasonable, and having Richo on my side is not a good thing.
Yeah, we'll have to create some more drama this week.
It eats at my soul.
Well, at least you have a soul, because we can't say that for everyone within the chat.
Well, Crouch doesn't, for obvious reasons.
Yes. Yeah, well, he didn't need to say it and be rude,
Fuck
but
that.
hey, we've got another wicket.
Fuck that walking fucking sunburn anyway. Piece of shit. I hate him. I hate him until tomorrow. Nah, I hate him today. Tomorrow I will love him again.
That's
Hey, you Crouch.
Be nice. Aussies have got the Windies 9 down here, so we're going to get out of here and watch the rest of that.
We managed to get a good episode out of this.
We did. Nice meaty hour long again. Thanks for listening, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe. This has been your boys, Gordo and Bergs.
And as always, I hope your players die.